everybody. So today I'm going to talk about the Behringer B. It's not really showing up there. There it is. The B906. There we go. Now you can see it. The B906. It is a dynamic microphone for instrument and vocal application. I bought this as a I bought two of them. I bought two of them as a replacement for my two SM57s. I'm going to get into why in a minute, why I did that. So let's start off by unboxing. So this is how it came. I have this one I haven't even hooked up yet. I have hooked up the other one, and I'll show you that in a minute too. So you got your nice carrying case here, nice foam. As you can see, there's the microphone. The microphone comes with a mic clip and of course a manual, which I have popped open over on the screen here. I'm going to show you that in a second. I want to talk about that because I love wording. Wording is always wonderful. So this is the, I gotta remember it's over this way more. This is the front of it. It actually has written on their front, and then on the back is a switch. Most switches generally only have the up. Let me look. Yes, that one has the up switch. So you have the up filter. You have flat, and then you have the down, which looks like it's taking away the highs. This one looks like it's giving you more highs. This one is just flat. So let's talk a little bit about that. And yes, and so it has a nice little clip on it. It is a nice little clip. That is a very nice clip. So, but either way, this is the mic. Now let's just look at what I want to look at the manual for a second. So this is what I love about manuals and wording. Let's see on the manual here. So I'm just closing. I'm getting a little closer so you can read this. That's close enough. So I love this. So it has a slide switch behind the microphone for filter to provide three options for sound requirement. So you want to filter down the highs. Then it's blue and jazz warm music. Flat is classical music. And then a little tip up is aggressive. Now they do have a response curve here, frequency response curve. Let's just get in there a little bit better so you can see this. Now it would have been better if it was in color. Even the paper manual that came with it is not in color, so it's very difficult to read. But so the frequency response is pretty much the same, except once you get just above the 2K mark. And then if you do the aggressive, then it peaks up higher. The jazz or the flat one is not really that much flatter. And then here's the standard, or not the flat. The flat one is slightly lower, but then the one that they call the jazz warm is lower, but it's not a lot lower. So I thought that was kind of neat. I wanted to show that. And then you do have the polar pattern here as well. And yes, and so another thing, if you don't know about me, I keep every single manual for every single piece of equipment that I have in the studio here. I keep it all on a cloud system, on a cloud drive, just so that I can go in and pick it up, and on any device wherever I am, I can log into my account, get a download one of my manuals if I need it, just because it's nice to have it that way. So everything, and then I have them all directory too. I should show that at some point. That would be really neat to look at. It's kind of an interesting thing that I do. So now let's get to why did I switch to a flat faced microphone from the long, the pipe style of the SM57. The biggest reason is space. I wanted more space in my tiny studio. And now the other reason is there's two reasons to this. The first is space. I don't have a lot of space in here. I have had a five-piece band in here, the Preacher's Daughter. Of course, I'm one of the members. So 4 other players except for myself. So if I would have been doing the sound, I would have been sitting here, and then they would have been all around me. it's a tight spot, but we make it work. That's why all the guitars are up on the wall, because space. I am lucky. I have a larger space than what most people do. It's still not really big. This used to actually be the dining room when my ex-wife lived here, but it has now turned into this. So yeah, so that's one of the reasons why. So the other reason is I like to be as studio ready as possible. So like this isn't just a studio in here. This is my office for the day. So weekdays I'm in here. I'm doing my programming work that I do for my real job. Let's call it that, because it is. And then afterwards it becomes a studio. So I try to keep things. I want to be able to just go, and if somebody calls me today and says, "Hey, can we come in tomorrow?" and then I can go, "Sure, come in at blah blah blah," and I don't want to spend hours plugging in stuff and testing stuff. I just want it to be ready, which is why the drum set is always set up. Now, as you can see, the drum set, the drum set has 3 microphones hooked up. You can see the one overhead right there. The other one is right. Ooh, yeah, you can see it. Can't get my finger over there. Right there. And then on the kick is the third one. You can just see the post coming up above my arm, like between my arm and my body there. I am looking at switching that too. I'm looking at getting like a little internal, like getting a bass that you actually attach inside the kick drum, and setting that up, just so I don't have to have this. I don't have to like place some mics down there. Once again, space. That's why. So it seems odd, but the least amount of microphones I can have, or the mic stands I can have, the better the space in here. It's just the way that I want it, and it also makes it studio ready. So the drum set is always set up. The cabling for the drum set is right there on the desk here. I can just go and plug it all in. It's all snaked in. It's easy to do, and then I just have to hook everything else up. So now, how do I have it hooked up? Well, let's just go to my HIV ID. What you can see right there, that is my Laney. That has one of these on it already. I just drape it on. I had some troubles with it. I learned something. The first thing that I learned is that metal on metal makes noise. So what do I mean by that? Well, the Laney's grid, like the grill, is metal, and the front of the microphone is metal. So I ended up using, here they are. I bought these a while back. They are just like little plastic bumps. You can see where I've already taken some off here, the little circles, and you see the little black bumps. I bought these because a lot of pedals, when you buy them, they don't have feet. They don't have little rubber feet on them, so they slide. So you put them on a table, they slide. Especially if you go into the lower end, like the cheaper pedals, they don't give you feet for them. So I bought them so I could just put feet on them. My GHS flanger that I bought, the white flanger I bought, does not have feet, so I put them on. So what I ended up doing was, to stop it, I tried tape first. I thought, okay, I'll just tape the microphone onto the grill, see how that works. Well, that made it worse, because now whenever you hit the guitar at a harder hit, it would actually cause it to rattle, and then you hear, because it's metal rubbing against metal. You wouldn't, if you have a fabric grill, you're not going to have this problem. So that was the first thing I found. So what I ended up thinking was, then I thought, well, how can I do this? Because I didn't want to do anything to the microphone. I don't want to ruin the microphone. So I went and I remembered I had the rubber feet. I stuck 2 at the bottom here, and then 1 right there, like 1 at the top. So it's not even because there's about where you can see it in the video. That's where the microphone. That's where the microphone is. So it's not impeding the microphone at all. it's not changing the sound. I don't know how much it would change it, but it's not changing it. So now I then put it back there, put my headphones on because I've been playing with this on the DP32, and then I thump the floor. Like I just thump the floor with my foot. And if I didn't hear like a dun or anything, any kind of noise, I'm like, okay, it's been fixed. Now you might be like, well, why are you thumping the floor? Well, if somebody's using the kick drum, it's going to do roughly the same thing. It might not be that strong, but that's where I went with it. So that worked. So that fixed that problem. How do they sound? Well, I'm going to hook up the cable. You can see the cabling if you look at the acoustic amp right there. That acoustic amp. See the cabling going down there? That's actually the cables for that microphone. Why is it sitting like that? Because when I took the wood, which usually sits behind the guitar, and I shoved it over, it took the cables down, and I was like, shit. So I had to fix that. So I'm going to hook it up, and then I'm just going to play the guitar for you a bit, just so you can get an idea how it sounds. All right, I'll do that now. So as you can see, it's got a nice sound to it. The other thing I liked about this was two of these cost the same as one SM57. That's at the making of this video. So that too kind of, I was like, yeah, that's a good price. And usually I only buy one of something, and I thought, no, I'm gonna buy two because I want it on both my amps. And you know, this way they're right there. They're always going to be hooked up. And once again, I have less space because I will not be using the mic clip on these, so it'll just be this. And yeah, so that's my video today. I hope this helps you out. You don't have to buy expensive, and we learned that because if you watch the GHS thing, the whole Bad Monkey, and I have a Bad Monkey sitting right up there that I bought for 20 bucks, and I've been very proud to use it on many recordings. It sounds great. So that's my video. Hope this helps you out. Talk to you later. Bye.